Saturday, May 20th, 11:43 a.m. New York time. This is a review of the past week's stocks in the Dow 30 index. Yep. It's one of the oldest stock indexes in the United States, and it represents the 30 largest publicly traded companies of the United States. Very important stock index. So we're looking here at a 3-year duration, and each candle represents a week. Here's the low for the year. Right here, this orange circle, year low, and that was the low of last year. So we're making higher lows. The trend, the momentum is to the upside. For the week, we closed green. We made a lower high, lower low than the prior week, which was an inside candle, broke below it, but then closed back inside of it. See these big wicks in the bottom? Buyers are lining up at that level. Demand zone. At this time, it's a demand zone for buyers. Demand zone is an opportunity to look to enter bullish positions. If it comes back down there on weakness, then you look for that reversal and it goes back up on the faster time frames. That would be the time frame lower than this. Yep. Here's the high for the year, which is the supply zone, sellers. Yep. So that's where the sellers have been. So money can be made getting in a position long if it goes that momentum to the back upside and closing before it reverses against you. Called good money management. Stay on top of things. Participate. Social situation awareness. So now we're looking at the 30 companies in the stock index. Yep. But again, remember, we are higher than the lows of last year. We are higher than the lows of this year. We're below the highs of this year. But the momentum's to the upside for this year. Going to do them alphabetical order. This is a watch list I have with all 30 the companies alphabetical order. Again, we're looking at a 3-year chart. Each candle's a week. Right off the bat, Apple, new high for the year. So it's outperforming the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's doing better. That's leadership. Very nice. Very nice. It's interesting. Here's the lows of last year. Apple made a lower low than last year. First, the Dow Jones did not. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't that? Yep. But again, Apple is the leader. New highs for the year. Strong like bull. And it's at that price range where there were prior sellers. Would you be buying up here? Would you be shorting up here, sitting on hands, waiting for the trigger to trade? Yep. It's got to label that swing high. All these stocks can be traded. Go to the next. Amgen, stock symbol Alpha Mike Golf November. It's a loser. It made a new low for the year. It's performing worse than the stock index. Yeah. Here's the low of last year. We did not take it out yet. Again, new low for this year. That's bearish. And here, this has been a supply zone of sellers. Sellers broke up. Did retracement, broke below it. Whack up. Resistance. So again, when it turns to the upside and starts going to the upside, be concerned. This has been a level where sellers have been. Money can be made to the upside. Good money management would notify you if you do good situation awareness. Yeah. Look to take profits, tighten up top stops. American Express, Alpha X-Ray, Papa, financials. Yep. Well, here's the low for the year. It's performing worse than the Dow, right? Worse than the Dow. There's a Dow. So the Dow is doing better than this one. This is also consolidation, breakdown, staircase pattern, lower low. It's financials. Bad. There's a low last year. Here's the low this year. Boeing, huge consolidation. From the beginning of the year, it's in this tight consolidation. Yep. There's a low for the year. There's a high for the year. Supply zone settles up there. Just looks like, again, massive consolidation. There are trade opportunities here. Do iron condor. Yep. Both sides outside that range. This has been what was a prior supply zone of sellers, broke above. So on a retest down here, potential buying area. Come back down here, touch this, reverse off of it for bullish trade. Whenever that comes, you can set the alerts. Well, I may set an alert right now. Here we go. I have an alert. I'm going to label this too. Demand zone. Yep, so I don't have to babysit it. When I get the alert, push notification, my phone and email, multiple tools to get that notification. The concern is you need to act immediately, not a week after, not a month after, not 72 hours after. No, when you get that notification, you look at that same day. Maybe you have a trade opportunity the next day still, but time is the essence. It's okay. You miss it. There's always another trade. Caterpillar, Charlie Alpha Tango. Yep. Just above the lows of the year, but massive sell-off. Look at these consolidation, sell-off, consolidation, sell-off. Surpace at a lower low. Charlie Romeo Mike, new high for the year. Very close to that swing point. Cisco Systems, nice impulse move up, nice. Had that tight consolidation down here, which retested that swing low, which was a demand zone of buyers. Nice. Buyers came back in and bought it. Prior week inside candle, small little tiny inside candle. And on the higher time frame, which this was the weekly, look at that. We tested both sides, the bottom and the top. Buyer stepped in there. Nice impulse move up. So the concern is, want this momentum continue to the upside, because if it starts building consolidation, it might be due one of those consolidations and impulse move down. Or maybe we'll see a retest at midpoint of this candle, which would be the opportunity to reload. Let me label that now. And if it comes to a retest at that midpoint, or near that midpoint, a little beyond, and then it has a big tail on the bottom, big wick, big shadow on the bottom, well, that's good. Notifications that sellers came in and bought it up. Yep. So again, look for a breakout to the upside continuing. Or if a retest test this with a long wick, takes off, well, that's the buying opportunity. So one could set an alert here and see how that plays out. So midpoint, let's do $48. Close enough. Label this weekly chart. Help if I spell stuff better. Struggles real in English. So that's what I'm going to do. Get an alert, then I know to look at the weekly chart time frame, and that particular candle retesting midpoint, buying opportunity. I want to spell out more, I can add more. And that entry may be on the faster time frames. Doesn't have to be the weekly. Yep. On to the next. Charlie, Victor, X-ray, Chevron. Trend is down, the momentum's down, it's bad. Yep, coming back to that swing low. So you notice these past few candles higher lows, each candle making a lower high, long tails on the bottom. Buyers have constantly been stepping in, buying it. They're early because the momentum has been taking those out, continue going lower, lower, lower. Right, big institutions that just dollar cost average on the downside, which is the loser because this can continue going down. But again, it's not their money. They're managing other people's money. They have less concern because they make money off fees. Yeah. So more the wiser. Watch how it comes into this. If it retests this low, look for that reversal opportunity. Several places to look for trades here. Next. Disney. That was a high a few years ago. The high of last year, the high of this year. It's bearish. What more do you need to know? It's bearish. Disney. Yep. Look at that small little trading range down here. So small. Here's the low of the year. Very concerning. Dow Chemical. Yep. Also bearish. That momentum's down. Here's the low of the year. Here's the high of the year. Consolidation breakdown. Consolidation breakdown. It's not leadership. Goldman Sachs, another financial. Yep. A lot of strugglings here. You had this consolidation breakdown. Then you have the retracement midpoint of this candle. That's midpoint. As expected, failure. Broke down. I would not be trading long financials. There's better leadership. We saw that on the first stock, which was what? Apple. That's leadership. Home Depot. Oof. New low for the year. Very concerned. Zoom in. Green candle. Made a higher high, lower low, but new low for the year. Very concerning. Yeah. Huge consolidation. Broke below it. Okay. Buyer stepped in here. But again, still hasn't proven itself. What I'm looking for. Yep. Plus this is a gap down that has to be filled. Some point in time. It's better ones than this. Honeywell. Yep. So here's a gap last year. There's a low last year. Here's the low of this year. Did make a reversal. You had this staircase pattern, lower lows. And then it reversed a few weeks ago. Nice. Zoom in and show you something here. Big candle. Impulse move up. Broke above this consolidation. Then you have that retest here, which was the big tail, bullish pin bar, retesting that in a consolidation phase. Nice. So I'm liking it as a potential bullish trade. I'm going to be looking come before Monday open, potential trade ideas, maybe doing bull put spreads down here. Yep. See how it looks during the week. Again, it's proving itself because consolidation, reverse, broke up to the upside consolidation, bullish pin bar there. Nice. Again, bullish pin bar does not necessarily have to be in the bottom of a trend. Nope. You can have that retest, something like this. Buyer stepped in there. Nice. Very nice. And this, see it break above this consolidation. So that's a high. Looking for it to break above that. So some buyers, traders, investors might be waiting until this. Let's label that swing high. Proves itself. Okay. So they're not getting at the bottom. They're not getting in the top. They're getting in what they consider conservative. There we go. Swing high. Yeah, and it helps if my grammar is better. Struggle's real. Okay, swing high.